The free house. Look at the bottom of 3 different plastic bottles. Plastic is how to say plastic. The number in the 3 arrows tells you which plastic the bottle is made of. Yes, because if you're going to recycle it, you can't mix them up. You have to have a pure of this and a pure of that. So these numbers help with recycling. Recycling. 01 is PET. Polyethyl terephthalate. Oh, that was difficult. PET. PET, yes. 02 is PEH density. High density polyethylene. 03 is polyvinyl chloride. PVC. Poly means many. Poly. All polychemicals are plastic. Not all plastic bottles have a recycling number. The plastics look the same and they are hard to separate. If you are melting 1000 PET bottles and just one PVC bottle gets in the mix, all the recycled bottles explode when filled with Coke. Because Coke's got pressure, the carbon dioxide in it. So many recycling factories have closed down. This has caused many recycling factories to close. Cheap carpets and fleeces are successfully made from recycled plastic because they do not explode when contaminated. Contaminated. Contaminated means not pure. Contaminated means there is some unwanted stuff mixed in. Thousands of bottles are sent to China for recycling. Were sent to China for recycling by hand using cheap labour. In the USA, 6.5% of plastic is recycled. 7.7% is burned for energy and the rest thrown into rubbish tips called landfills. Yes, they fill up the land. Another thing made from random plastic waste is yes, but not anymore. Yes, it's become a real recycling catastrophe. China's stopped. The government said, oh, we don't want your rubbish anymore, which meant all the recycling factories had to close down, which meant all the plastics were building up in America, and it also meant that the recycling factories were making plastics for the clothing industry in China, making Chinese goods better. And anyway, China didn't like the idea of having America's trash, which I can see, I can understand. Another thing made from random plastic waste is a plastic home. Most plastics... plastic house. Most plastics are see-through. See-through is called transparent. Transparent. When all the plastics are mixed together and melted, you get a wall that lets light in, but is not transparent. This is called translucent. Bathroom windows are translucent. Plastics that melt are called thermoplastics. Most plastics are thermoplastics, except the soles of shoes. The soles of shoes are thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics do not melt if you heat them. Yes, you can't recycle them. Thermoplastics give off poisonous gases if you heat them to very high temperatures. Melt a mixture of thermoplastics and thermosetters, then put them between 2 sheets of corrugated iron. Corrugated. Yes, the stuff they use on roofs. So it's readily available in Africa and other places that have got lots of plastic bag problems. Corrugated corrugated iron is wave-shaped sheets of iron used to make cheap roofs for houses in poor countries. The plastic touches the iron and touching the air will quickly solidify. Nuts and bolts hold edges of the corrugated iron together. Other nuts and bolts expand the liquid middle of the plastic. Expanding the middle pulls it apart, making a vacuum. The vacuum is a space with no atoms. Vacuums do not let heat move by conduction. Vacuums do not let heat move by convection. The vacuum keeps the house cool in the summer and warm in the winter. So you've melted a whole bunch of plastic between two pieces of iron and squashed together and pulled apart, making a vacuum in the middle of that wall. You couldn't really see my hands. I couldn't get them far enough. When the liquid around the vacuum has solidified, the corrugated iron is warmed and removed. The walls let in diffuse light. They are transparent. Translucent. The plastic walls clipped together to make many types and sizes of modular rooms. This plastic house is yet to be made, but I want to make this. But plastic roads made from recycled plastic bags are being made today. All plastics are made from crude oil. Crude oil is dead sea animals buried deep underground for thousands of years. Yes, black stuff comes out of the ground in Texas. Cheap carpets and fleeces are made from recycled plastics. Boxes are made strong by giving two flat pieces of brown paper outer pieces of brown paper surrounding one inner corrugated place. Yes, corrugated makes things stronger. Whew. Okay, that was tricky. Recycling to make a home or make roads. Press my picture to get more of my videos. Press like, press subscribe. Bye!